Thank you so much, AIOS, ARC, and Dr. Chitra Ramamurthy for this opportunity to talk on newer perimeters. Although minutes is very less for this topic, but still I will try to do justice. As Dr. Subhashni very nicely interpreted the Humphreys perimeter as gold standard device, which we all like this device, which we all have used and still are having at our armamentarium. But we cannot forget the technology, the evolving technology. And nowadays, when the newer mobile phones are coming up with foldable mobiles, how can we ignore these? So visual field testing is definitely an essential part of glaucoma diagnosis, but is a real challenge because of its subjective nature, lengthy tests, prolonged duration, and prolonged learning curve. And these are all problems with the Humphreys perimeter. The full threshold is definitely time consuming, and CETA, which is the popular strategy, has found to have poor test retest variability, and particularly in the areas of field loss. And that is why we want a test which is faster, cheaper, easy to use, and relevant to whole population. And that is why we are having newer perimeters, newer programs, and newer algorithms, which actually try to find a trade off between the testing time and accuracy, and to minimize the patient stress and simultaneously to improve the reliability of results. Now, as Dr. Subhashini said, we have this octopus as white and on white perimeter, which is having the top strategy, which is 4 times faster than CETA. And in fact, the visual field estimate can be done in just 2.5 to 3 minutes, and therefore better acceptance, better performance by the patient. Frequent examination can be done, and therefore better detection of progression. Now, when we see the evidence, the comparison between the Humphreys and Octopus has shown that Octopus has shorter test duration and better test reliability also. Not only does this, the Jeevan program in the Octopus can identify the central visual field defects which are missed on 24-2 visual fields of CETA program of Humphreys perimeter. And for that, we need to do 10-2 tests several times. Similarly, if we talk of kinetic perimetry, the original Goldman bowl is preserved in octopus, which is somewhat missing in the Humphreys perimeter, and therefore extent of visual field examined is better in octopus rather than in Humphreys perimeter. So there are Indian studies also to prove the same. Now, if we come to other newer perimetry techniques which actually dissect the visual pathway by targeting specific ganglion cells, and therefore they can detect the glaucoma in early phases where Humphreys usually misses. So we will talk about the frequency doubling technology where we have alternate dark and light bands, and it has been found in this meta-analysis where almost 206 articles were retrieved, and they found good sensitivity and specificity with good confidence interval to identify the early glaucomatous defect. Now, when we talk of this blue on yellow perimetry, which is the swap, it has got a value in cases where early visual field defects have been missed. And similarly, if we talk of other perimetry techniques, especially microperimetry, which has come up, which is the fundus-driven perimetry. Now, here precise fundus tracking is done throughout the perimetric testing and has got very useful in patients of ARMD, retinitis pigmentosa, and Stargardt disease. Therefore, every perimeter has its role, and we cannot forget the advantages of these perimetric devices. When we talk of head-mounted perimeter, which is very useful in the patients where which are not mobile. Now, this was a very good comparison which was done between Humphreys and head-mounted perimeter, and they found good correlation with Humphreys perimeter. And not only this, the program which is 1-2 program identified the central defects more usefully because of the 2 degrees apart testing strategy used in this perimeter. So, the debate, the concluding remark, I would say that 20 years ago, when automated perimetry first started, the ophthalmologists used to ask, will it ever replace the conventional perimetry? And now, when we are talking about these newer perimetry techniques, it is the same question which was asked for conventional perimetry. Whether these newer perimeters will replace the current Humphreys, yes, definitely they have their niche. And we should not forget that our future success is directly proportional to our ability to understand, adopt, and integrate the new technology into our work. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shalini. Paucity of time, I'm not going to be asking you all questions, and we'll come back to you all later if we are lucky.